Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here with
Bradley.
and the critters, of course. We all just got home a little bit ago. We had to run into town to get a prescription for me, and the dogs hadn't been out of the house uh, since we moved here, so took them with, and they enjoyed that. Though it's very, very hard for us to right now to get the dogs out of the house because our stairs are incredibly steep. And since we're both disabled, it's hard for us to go up and down these stairs. And then we have a very, very excited dogs that are very large and very powerful. But we managed, didn't we, Charlie? So,
They had a blast.
they did. They did. They were living their best life with their noses, sniffing out the window and everything. So that was good to see because you know, it's just the way things are here. They don't have a backyard to run in, and that's just the way things are. But so we have to accommodate in other ways that they still get to enjoy just being basic dogs. I mean, they don't want to stay outside without us anyway. So, it is Friday the 13th, 2020, November, Friday the 13th, and it is 4:24 p.m. We've been up since bright and early this morning. We had 2 solid days of rain. I have never seen so much rain in all of my life. And, we lived in Florida for 4.5 years, but it rained buckets and buckets. The ditch out front of our home was full. And it rained so much, and we didn't realize our roof is shingled. And some of them got ripped off during the storm, and we had from the roof it ran in between the exterior wall and the inner wall, and then down under our bedroom carpet right in the doorway. So that's why we were up early, because the groundskeeper, basically the maintenance man for this community, we had him come over, and then he's going to get a hold of the guy who owns all the property and does all of the sales and stuff. And he has to come in and fix this. So, yeah. But, with any new home, you're going to have a few things go wrong. I remember when my parents many years ago bought a home that was only about 6 months old, and there were things that, that weren't, right in that home, and that's just human error. So, we were glad though it quit raining today. That was nice. Poor dogs. They were only going outside when they absolutely had to, just to go pee. And I'm like, man, they got to do the number 2. And, I ended up taking young Miss Nixie outside at 5 this morning because she decided it had slowed to a drizzle and she was no longer going to be able to, keep all her faculties with her. So, yeah. And I just got done taking her out again. But it's been good. I've been doing some Christmas shopping. I like to get ahead of the game. There's a lot of pre-Black Friday sales. And I've never partaken in the physical Black Friday. I've done a little bit of online Black Friday, but I don't like that panic feeling. I like to really compare prices and take my time and stuff. So I'm pretty well done. I have maybe just a couple little things to pick up. You know, mainly still for the Mr. Heide. And I have to look at what I have coming in because, you lose track. But I think I have like the grandkids and my daughter and her fiance and stuff. And I don't have my other grandson taken care of yet. I'm waiting to hear, you know, if he's got like an Amazon wish list or what's the deal with that. Because, you know, he's 13 now, and I don't really know what he's into, so, you know, he'll be 14 pretty soon. So, besides that, we just been, we were going to get cable. We decided not to get cable. I tell you what, it's just the price they want to charge. It's just ridiculous. And then they wanted to charge us $20 a month, $19.99 or $98. Which was it?
99, I believe.
A month of like it's almost like an insurance that if something went wrong with their equipment, then they would come out and fix it for free. Otherwise, they would charge us. And Brad's like, so, you want me to pay so you can come out and fix your own equipment? So, she was giving us the runaround. And we decided, no, I'm not paying you. It was going to be like $180, probably higher than that, because it would have been something else that we would have been charged, you know, for just basic cable and internet. And it's like, no, I'm not. So we decided to get a Fire Stick instead. I mean, and I got the middle range one. And for $40, I don't have to pay. That's it. I can just be done with it. And, you know, the other TV we have when we set it up in the bedroom, you know, we have a DVD player for that, so we can watch Netflix or whatever. We don't typically usually watch too much TV in the bedroom. You know, we might. It might be nice that Brad can't sleep or something and want to watch something. I mean, but, yeah, we decided it just wasn't worth the cost. I mean, when you think about paying an extra $20 a month for them to fix their own equipment, that's $240 a year. Really? Like, no. Then they were going to charge you, weren't they going to charge you an installation fee for them to mail this stuff and us to install it ourselves?
Yep.
And it's like, I miss the old days where you could just call and you would get some straight answers. Now it's all very scripted, and, you know, Brad wanted to talk to her manager. Of course, the manager is in a meeting. So Brad's like, okay, I'll wait. Well, so while he's waiting, she wants to read him this very scripted about mobile phones. And he's like, I'm not interested. And so she's just kind of walked right over the top of him and started this bill again. And he said, I said, I'm not interested, but thank you. She just keeps going again. And he said, I told you I am not interested. Well, why?
And
I'm like, well, because obviously we're calling you from a mobile phone. So, I mean, why do I need to hear about, you know, your mobile phone when your overly inflated cable I'm complaining about, you know? It's like I've been with Verizon ever since we started with cell phones, and, you know, I don't have a problem with them, and I've always had the same number, so, you know, leave me alone.
And I don't think I was ever nasty with her, was I?
No, you weren't. You weren't. No.
Okay.
We didn't end up just hanging up because, you know, I just told Brad, I said, just never mind. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Most of the time, there's not anything on anyway. So, you know, and if you really love a channel, you can usually pay a small subscription fee and get that channel. So,
yep.
You know, so we decided not to do that. And like I said, we are, I'm getting excited about the holidays. We've got the house. Okay, this has been the problem. I don't know if I told you guys this or not. So if I already did, and please excuse my husband because I'm trying to make a video and he's decided this is when he needs to condense down all the boxes. Love you. But it's really noisy.
Can I ask you a quick question?
What?
At CVS?
What? Oh, I will do that in a minute.
Okay.
Can you fix me something to drink, sweetie?
What would you like?
A pop. In that big mug.
Okay.
Out there on the counter. Please. 'Cause I'm really thirsty. I forgot what I was gonna say. No, you were never nasty or anything with her. I was listening. Our neighbors is playing their music. You probably can't hear it, and we don't really care because we're not the quietest of people either. And Charlie woo 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 and stuff. So I figure, everybody makes noise. As long as they never play it like super late at night or anything like that. But I think somebody's got a karaoke because I was outside with Charlie. See, I'm saying this quiet in case they could hear me. Right? Did you notice that? I'm like, shh, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, ready now. But I was outside and I hear the most god awful Christmas rap song, and whoever was singing it, and I'm not trying to be mean because I am not a singer. Am I, honey?
You do well.
Brad, why do you lie?
You do well. You know what?
Brad?
The Metropolitan Opera, they left a message for me to have you call them.
Okay.
Because they wanted to
And
set you up.
it's just like the ballet company called and they wanted you to come back.
Yeah.
They want you to do Swan Lake all by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I am not a singer by any way, shape, or form. This guy made me sound good. In fact, that's why Charlie he let out a howl outside. I think he thought he was helping, but whoever was doing it was having fun. But it was, yeah,
important.
it was comical. But okay, so we had to go to CVS. That's who we picked to do our prescription for now. Because Walgreens couldn't get their stuff together to save their soul. They were given 3 chances to move our scripts from Crawfordville up here, and they couldn't do it any of the 3 times. So CVS got it done the first time and stuff. So anyway, we're waiting in line at the drive-thru, and this woman, she is pointing her fingers, and you can hear her yelling. And then she threw something in the drawer, when and then they put her prescription there, and she grabbed that, and then she was still pointing fingers and yelling. So when we got up, Brad, what did you say? Something about, don't you just, or did you ask about, was she just giving you guys a hard time?
Yeah.
And the lady said, that's how she always is. And she looked mean. She was a little old lady, and she was wearing that mask around down here like it was a beard. But she was no Santa Claus, man. She was not a Santa Claus. And she just,
yeah,
she was not living her best life, evidently.
She was scary.
Yeah, it was scary.
Well, I told the lady there at CVS, I said that, we were afraid to say anything until she left because we were worried.
I thought you were going to come punch us in the nose or something.
Yep.
Oh, you want to put that in the fridge? Brad asked me to go to lunch with him last night. And I said, well, let's see how we feel. And we didn't know. We knew the maintenance guy was coming over, and we didn't know what might take place. We still got to get another one of those mats down, try to dry that carpet out because it's still very wet. But we like Applebee's. We like the 2 for $20, and but I only could eat half. And I kind of purposely do that because I don't want to load so heavy on carbs and stuff. And that gives him dinner for later on. You could have that and a can of vegetables and be that, or cucumbers or whatever. I think I'm probably going to cut up a mess of cucumbers again. But, what else? So we're getting, oh, I was going to tell you guys, that's what I was going to tell them about, is, we've been having a heck of a time getting unpacked because Brad is very, very disabled. And he'll tell you that. He has to walk with 2 canes or the walker now. And it's just, it can't, there's nothing can be done about it until next week. We're going to start progressively working on getting in, getting some appointments set up, and finding out more. This week, we got a slow start. We both weren't feeling good, and just kind of need to take a week to breathe and stuff. And so Brad's always been the big, strong guy, and that could lift everything and be, bulletproof and everything. And that's not the case now. And I've been rather lost because I know I can't pick up these boxes and carry them through the house, and neither can he. And my daughter is busy with her kids, and the kids being typical teenagers nowadays, most of them don't want to really do anything unless they're going to get paid. And I still don't think I should have to pay because I feed you. You come over every week and stuff. And, maybe later on, but honestly, while I love my grandchildren dearly, they don't have very good work ethics yet. They're still young enough and stuff that, if I pay you, I expect you to, give 100%. And, welcome. And that's not happening, and, maybe down the road. So anyway, we decided, I was looking and I was thinking about maybe getting a utility dolly. But I need something to help me, bring stuff through the house. While we have a wagon outside, and we have, cart, like you would, bring groceries and stuff. What we decided to get was a utility cart. It folds up flat when it's not being used, but it's wide enough base and stuff with 4 wheels that, I can put boxes on it and bring it. Because, see, my problem is I need to take boxes from one room and bring them into the room they actually belong in. And then I need to, part of the stuff that needs to go in the 2nd bedroom, which will be the guest room, is in the 3rd bedroom and vice versa and all of that. And it will just come in very handy. So we got one of those coming. When it comes in, then I'm going to be able to make a lot more progress on the house, or we will. But we're making some. I cleaned up the front room last night, and Brad vacuumed it, and I've been working out in the kitchen, and that's been a lot better. Sorry, trying to make it where he can get through better. So we have a lot of that wood-looking plank tile, or whatever you want to call it. Honey, I'm sorry. There you go. And I don't know what happened to my fairly new mop. I don't know if it got packed, didn't get packed, haven't seen it. And anyway, to wring that out by hand is pretty hard. And I thought about getting a Swiffer wet jet. But those are, while the startup kit is not that expensive, to buy those the mop heads is not real cheap. And to buy the bottles of solution, they're pricey. Used to be years ago when I had one, you could refill that bottle with your own stuff. Now they made it where I think there's some tricks to still be able to, but for the most part, you really can't. So I wanted something a little more economical. I also wanted something with a wider head on it for mopping, you know. So what I found was, and I'd have to look to tell you, it's an old cedar. It's an old cedar Pro Mist Max microfiber spray mop. And so you see the head is nice and big. What I like is, and I'm not a paid sponsor at all, is this head comes all the way off and you can throw it in the wash, and I love that. You know, because who wants to keep a nasty, dirty, you know. And also this tank comes off and you put your own solution in it, which I love, 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 because that's a big cost saver. You know, it'll be nice and easy just to use. I have a Swiffer, just your basic Swiffer that you use the dry cloths on to sweep with. Plus, I have a broom. And then I did my research. I'll have to look up price on that for you. I got it through Walmart, through their mail. And then this had the best review, which is the Pledge Clean It Multi-Surface Floor Cleaner Concentrate. And what everybody said was this worked really well, and you don't have to use much of it. You dilute it in water, of course. And it was made for these types of floors. Love that. So that came in today. So I'm eager here in a little bit to go out and mop my floors because they need it. They really need it. I'll tell you what happened. I want to be really honest and frank with when we bought our house out in Bar None, the last house we bought there, quickly it was almost like the money pit. And so we were used to living in kind of rundown conditions. Like the carpet was really horrible, and the tile was really horrible. The windows all leaked like crazy. We had to replace the furnace just shortly after we were in there. What?
3 or 4 years at the most.
No, at the most. I don't even think that long, babe. And we had to replace part of the water line.
Yeah.
And that was very costly. Of course, the roof, and needed a ton more repairs. So, you know, that with normal depression, you start to, I don't know, how do you put that? You're used to living in kind of sad conditions, and then, of course, you know, living in the RV was very hard, and then living in that ghetto trailer. So you move here, and I've been fighting a little bit of depression, but Brad has really been fighting it, which I think everybody will understand completely. That if you are this big strapping man, always very known for your strength, and how fast you are, too. It wasn't just that he was so strong, as he was fast, too. Fast with his hands and stuff. And pretty agile. And then to have this happen, we got here, and I don't know, I guess I thought it would just magically fix, you know, and while he's very happy with this house and stuff, it doesn't fix him at all. It doesn't fix his disability, and that's continuing to take away more and more of his mobility and his balance and stuff. And I know that I can't even imagine how hard that is to just, you know, when sometimes I will help him even when he doesn't want it necessarily. Because I know he wants to do it on his own, but sometimes, you know, he just needs that extra hand or whatever. So...
And I will admit, sometimes I can be a little stubborn.
Yeah. So things weren't getting really put together like they should, or installed, because he's depressed. But we're working on that, and I think as you're seeing more headway with the house,
Yeah,
hopefully that's helping some.
it is.
Getting approved for disability is such a game changer, guys, because the biggest thing is be able to get him diagnosed with whatever he has. You know, there's so many things that could be or could not be. I told him, I'm like, I don't know if it's MS, MC, MB, because I'm not an MD. You know, I try to make him laugh when I can, but you know, we're working on that, and like I said, as we make progress, I think that will help. I tell you, this house is a dream, though, because you do a few things and it just kind of falls into place, and it's like, this morning we were up early, and last night we were still doing stuff, and we were both getting tired. And it's like, let's go to bed. We'll get up in the morning and we'll finish it. You know, we'll finish our stuff. And so I like doing my housework bright and early in the morning, because then I figure I can mess around the rest of the day. I can take naps if I want to. I can, you know, watch a movie. I can do crafts, whatever. So we were doing that. Brad was vacuuming and I was sweeping out in the kitchen. I was doing laundry and, you know, stuff. And I really enjoyed that. And then after Donald, the maintenance man, came and stuff, then we went back to bed and took a nap for a while.
Well, we didn't get to sleep until after 4.
Well, I was busy Christmas shopping for the family. Okay? You didn't know, did you, that I was doing stocking stuffers? You didn't see that memo?
I did not see the memo.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know why. I do a lot of my shopping super early. I guess because the house is quiet, there's no interruption. I'll have 4 or 5 windows open on my phone because I compare shop. And, you know, yeah. So then, poor Brad, he wakes up and I'm like, oh, good, you're up. Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah.
Then I tell him all the stuff that we just got for stocking stuffers. Because I'm doing stockings for the grandkids and my daughter and her fiance. Just because I like doing stockings. I'm not actually going to probably put them in stocking. Probably going to I'm going to make them each a hat and put them in that. All the goodies in that. I'm going to let her borrow a tree. Because, like, all of their stuff like that is still in Wyoming in storage. So, yeah. Poor thing was all hurting really bad. She's got some back problems. And, so, you know, I'm the mama. And I hear she's hurting. I'm like, we have those, chair massager things. So, I called her up and I'm like, come over and get this. You know. So she came over and got that. And so she could use it, you know, because they shouldn't have a heating pad or anything. She's trying not to spend too much money because she still hasn't found a job. And, you know, the money she has saved, you know, that will go quickly because she's got 2 teenagers, you know, 16 and 14. And, yeah. So, that's all that's really been going on. I haven't worked too much on my diamond painting because I've been busier cleaning the house and stuff. We've been doing a little bit of rearranging, like kind of moving the microwave, you know, to a better location and that kind of stuff. You know, that is our only complaint, is we wish there was more storage in this kitchen. But we will make do. Right, honey?
Yeah. Well, you got those cabinets,
Yes.
which are absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
And then we've got those white shelves that
Yes.
we're going to.
I had 3 more of those coming.
That's
So,
what you were saying.
yeah.
You know, and then I'm hoping to get that roll around kitchen island put together tonight. So I want to get that done.
Well, I thought you were going to do TV.
Well, TV's not going to take, but just a few minutes.
Well, but you're going to do the fire stick on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you might want to. I thought we were going to watch at least one episode of American Horror Story.
We can do that.
Season 9 is available on Netflix, y'all.
I wasn't
American
that
Horror
impressed
Story.
with season 8.
Well, then don't watch it with me.
No.
That's fine.
All the other seasons I watched.
Well, I know there's been a couple I weren't that thrilled with,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah. And then I was watching the very last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the bad guy on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was one of the regulars on American Horror Story. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, we'll watch that and then you find... I would like to watch that chess... I can't remember what it's called, but it's about a chess player. It's a series on Netflix. I'd like to watch that with you also.
Okay.
I like watching that.
Give it a shot.
Don't make me hurt you.
You know I do all the time.
Okay. One of these days, yes, I am going to color my hair. I don't know when. But, I don't know. I'm just kind of afraid to color it because then when I have the outgrowth, it's going to look like a reverse. It's going to look like a skunk, okay? It's just what it's going to look like. And I know this. You stop laughing at me, mister. That's what it's going to look like. Because it's a dark color, and then I'm going to have just the white stripe. I mean, come on now.
Well, that one lady that I used to work with, she always walked around looking like a skunk.
I was not going to bring that up.
I did.
What if she watches my channel?
Well, then she's going to know.
That will hurt her feelings.
No, it won't.
Did you just call her skunk head?
No, you just called her skunk head.
No, you just called her skunk head. Anyway, this is why Brad is always in trouble. I need some popsicles.
Well, you're still talking to them.
Okay. That could be done. I love my sugar-free popsicle. I can't help it, man. All right. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm hoping you're going to have a great weekend. We are. I think my daughter is making spaghetti for Sunday. And, yeah. We'll just be kind of cleaning and keeping stuff up, right, hon?
Right, baby.
Did you get all the trash out?
Those 3 bags we had.
Yeah.
And then I was breaking down this other stuff, so yeah.
But you were being so noisy, I had to make you quit.
I know.
Okay, well, anyway, I love you guys. I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you're awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.